we were talking about this before the show, and you're picking the Warriors to win it all, and yet you're going to be on the other side of this argument. You know how the phrase championship or bust is used?
Yeah.
This is it, right? The Warriors are we can talk about the Niners who haven't won a title in almost 30 years.
Gotcha.
And to me, that's a crock of bull.
Okay.
Championship or bust for the Niners. Why would you think?
We win.
Why would you think that? I mean, you haven't been there since 94. Okay.
Right.
The Warriors, on the other hand, have been to 6 NBA finals in the last 8 years.
I get all that.
They've won 4 titles in the last 8 years.
Man.
You give me a scenario in which they don't win it all, but it was a successful year.
Oh, no doubt.
They can't have it.
Oh, see, we differ.
How?
Let me tell you how. You get credit in points for winning it all. So there's a residual effect of, okay, how are they? And we were talking, how are the Warriors going to attack this season with the big three, Dre, Clay, and Steph? And then if we see growth from Wiseman, Kuminga, Poole, Moody, and we watch the Warriors like we will on a nightly basis, and we see, okay, they got the youngsters carrying, a majority of the load early, we're going to be like, oh, man, the future's super bright. And if you go into the playoffs and lose to whoever in the Memphis in the Western Conference Finals, and you're still sitting with Steph, maybe not Dre, but Clay and the rest of the gang, your youngsters they're going through their basketball puberty if they have it. But, dude, they're going to come back stronger. So, to me, that wouldn't be a disappointment. It would almost be like, Steiny, damn, Warriors, you want to go Drake back-to-back, but you are spoiled to just think, oh, let's roll the ball out. We deserve to win it again.
Well, I think their odds of winning a title decrease as the years go on because their proven championship players are all getting older.
But what did last year show us?
What did it show us?
About that, the birth certificate,
I think
a piece of paper.
Well, I think we've found out that Draymond Green's declining.
Okay.
And that Klay Thompson's either, if this is who Klay is, he's not quite the player he was.
Right.
And as great as Steph was in the playoffs, he didn't shoot the ball as well as he has in the past. So my point is okay, the younger players are getting better.
Okay.
But your champions are declining.
Now,
maybe you can't time that right.
Okay, but I'm saying
aren't they really trying to do what the 49ers tried to do with Trey Lance in a way, but couldn't get it done? They're trying to develop their youth and win a title. That's pretty much what the Warriors are trying to do, right?
Yeah.
They want to develop 3 players in particular, but 4 if you throw Poole in there.
Yeah.
Win a title at the same time. So what I'm saying is you're not going to be able to win a title if those 4 young players have too big of a role.
Okay. Listen, Steiny, the regular, this, and all NBA heads know this. The regular season and the playoffs are a different beast, the offs. So right now, I'm looking at you and telling the masses, this is how I thought of the Bulls and the Lakers with Shaq and Kobe. You could be 4th or 5th seed. They play the smartest brand of basketball since the Duncan Spurs, to me, that they can win it wherever they're slotted at. So can the youngsters, maybe you take 2 steps back in the regular season, and that constitutes a 4th or 5th seed, but Curry showed us, Dre to an extent, Clay, that when the playoffs come, okay, youngsters, we still need you. We still count on you. But now Curry can say to hell with Steiny and Guru talking about my metrics during the regular season. Okay, they came back to earth, but I'm still okay to the mortal human being. Now, can they take over in the off? So until I see they can't, collectively, my money's on the Dubs, Steiny.
Well, Draymond showed he can't at various times. So what if in the postseason he has more games like the ones this past year where he was,
no doubt. That
wasn't
shocked me.
Effective.
All right,
888-957-9570 is the number. I mean, to me, when you say championship or bust, I always snicker. 49ers championship or bust. Okay, so that means if they get to the Super Bowl and lose, it was a bad year. Well, that's ridiculous for a team that's never won a Super Bowl for the last 28 years. The Warriors, to me, are different. They've won. They're trying to repeat. They're trying to win their 5th title with this core.
Damn.
That's the standard.
Right.
In 4 of the last 8 years, they won it. So that's the standard. The year they lost to Toronto,
I'll never forget.
and the year they lost to Cleveland.
Yeah.
They won 73 games, but everybody had a bad taste in their mouth.
So I hear you.
I mean, it's unfair, but if any team in professional sports has earned the champion or fan base, I don't know about fan base, but look, that's the standard they set for themselves, right?
So Steve, we were out at the facility. We got to sit down with Steve Kerr, and he said this. I believe it was to Damon and Rattlesteiny, and I was going to bring it up yesterday, and I forgot. He said before the tip of the ball, to paraphrase, against Denver last year, him and Bob didn't know what the Warriors were. Like, it wasn't one of those, oh, we got this. And so they shocked the world with what they did. To me, the Warriors were the 3-5 Niners of last year when I counted them out, and then they went to the NFC Championship game. And I had to come in here and tell you, and I had no problem doing it. Damn, I got that wrong. I didn't see it happening. So I say that to say is that's how shocked I was that this Warrior team, especially after that road trip, and Dre was coming off the back injury, I was like, there is no way this team is going to do it. Okay, you might come out the West, but Memphis is young, this and that. But you ain't beating Boston. You ain't beating whoever. And they did it. So now you are right. But I just think when you talk about Steph Curry and what that fifth would mean, and the fact that I'm not in denial about where I feel he's at physically, I'm betting on that dude and this team and the way they move the ball and the Loonies and the Wisemans. Like, this, they just got, it's almost an and Poole, who just got the bag coming off the bench.
Well, then it's going to be disappointing if they don't win it. It's
you know
be,
what, Steiny?
It's not going to be successful.
No truck
you just
needed.
told me that that the Warriors have more talent than any team in the league.
What if they lose in the second round? It'd be disappointing, but
then it's not successful.
It's still good in the hood, though.
Oh, is it good in Draymond Green's hood?
He may
or
be
Steph
gone,
Curry's
but
hood?
I don't think if he departs,
I'm not letting you off on that one.
You don't like
Give me the scenario.
You got to win it all.
The Warriors are the only team, but yeah, they got to win it all.
So what if I asked you right? Well,
you think they're young fans? The young fans.
Oh, okay, right.
The ones who we know are very demanding.
Spoiled. But let me ask you this, and you always keep it real. Are the Warriors better than if the Los Angeles Clippers remain healthy, or Memphis? Can you look me in the face right now? Forget they got the ring. The Warriors. Do you think man for man, the Clippers can't go toe-to-toe with the Warriors or Memphis? Like, I'm being real. I know there's some teams in the West. You got to play the game, and the Warriors are smarter than everybody. But, Steiny, they're not from top to bottom more talented than every other team in the West.
You just said they're the most talented team in the league.
No, they're the smartest team in the league, led by the smartest player in Steph. But I'm telling you, the Clippers can give them – it ain't going to be a TKO, Teddy Pendergrass. Love TKO.
I wouldn't put the Clippers there until they earned it. And they haven't earned it yet.
And you're done with LeBron. They're no threat.
I'm not done with Denver.
Okay, well, I didn't even mention them.
Denver could be a factor. Memphis could be a factor.
No doubt. Many.
But you can't say they have more talent than everybody in the league. And they're the smartest team in the league, but they're not favored. They shouldn't win it.
Steiny, I think you're misquoting me. I didn't say more talent, the most talent. I said they're the smartest, and you got to.
So they're not the most talented.
No, they're not the most talented.
Who's more talented than the Warriors?
I would put
top to bottom.
I would put Minnesota.
Top to bottom?
I believe so.
See, I think you could make a case that the Warriors have the best roster top to bottom. I really do. How about that for a curveball?
It's more like a slider. Yeah, but if
their young players are as good as
like the Clippers can go 10 deep to me. They went to the Western Conference Finals when Kawhi got hurt.
Don't make me.
Then last year,
don't make me.
You got Reg Jackson.
Don't do it. You want to go ahead?
Zubac.
Okay, so you want to try to do this?
Kawhi,
you want to try to name 10 players?
I would do it right
you sure?
Now. Yeah.
I wasn't going to even put you on the spot to do that. Okay, go ahead.
We got PG-13, Paul George. We got
same guy.
Kawhi.
Okay.
Reggie Jackson.
Okay.
Zubac.
Sure.
We got, I believe, the Morris twin, or did he leave?
I think they have one of them. I'll give you one of them. I'm not sure.
Hold on, Stoney. We got. Right. This is a tune out. As I bring up the roster, but come on, the Clippers are going to be. Stoney, they're going to be a problem. That's all. And I got them going. Health was there. I got them going and meeting the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals.
Okay, I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just.
What's my other guy with the dreads? He's just an athletic Terrence Mann, athletic freak.
All I'm saying is explain. I'm trying to figure out
the championship or bust.
I don't think there's a scenario in which the Warriors lose 4 games in the playoffs.
Norman Powell, John Wall,
that lose 4 games in the playoffs. The Warriors, and people will be like. Because, I'm sorry, if you're looking at the Warriors, you have to acknowledge Steph, Draymond, and Clay are declining. Maybe not a lot, but they're declining. And so, if you get to the finals and don't win it, or you lose in the Western Conference Finals, I think there's a scenario in which, at the end of the year, we're looking at each other saying, well, that's as far as they're going to go under Curry, Draymond, and Clay. Why? Well, because Draymond got hurt and he's going to miss all the next year, or Clay's not himself, or something. And here's the other thing I think. I think Kuminga, Wiseman, Moody are good young players, but we have no clue if they're championship players. And we're so used to having championship players here, sometimes I think we just assume they're going to become championship players, important championship players. Here's to me. Jordan Poole last year proved he could be a championship player, top 7 rotation. He can be in your top 7,
right,
and
doubt.
You can Wiseman be in your top 7 and you win a title?
See,
we don't know.
Well, okay,
we have no idea.
But But if one came to you and said, "Steiny, he can't,"
right?
I believe you would understand. But what I'm seeing, and I'm not giving them the stamp of approval yet. I'm asking me that question in 4 months.
Okay,
that's where it's trending.
Well, that's fine. And what about Kuminga? Okay. Championship player.
And that's the key. This is the key cog that when Draymond got benched or when he got taken out of the rotation for the few minutes in the finals. I appreciate everything Dre has done. Steiny, if you're telling me this, and Ann Killian, that's our girl, she wrote an article again using the Last Dance verbiage. It's not the Last Dance if Draymond's the only one to leave. When you tell me Steph's gone, then it's over. So if Dre were to depart, and these youngsters take the step that we're talking about, they got major action. And they got major young action blended with where Superman, where Clark Kent go. Steph, see, that's how I'm looking at this. So right now, I love what I see from a front court of Wiseman and Kuminga. If it goes right, oh my gosh. That's something to get excited for. And if they lose in the second round of the offs, disappointment city all day. But I don't think, because of Curry, who's not at 34, technically getting older. But I don't see Steph on the court looking older yet.
During the regular season last year? He didn't look a little older during the regular season last year?
Still going to the rack.
Okay.
And I ain't got
but the numbers are the numbers.
Yeah, but it was a slight dip.
No, it wasn't.
Or an all-time dip for him.
Right.
But other shooters would give their right arms for those numbers.
When I talk about the NFC and how bad it is, you say, who cares about what other teams are doing? Now, Steph Curry shoots 38%.
What did he shoot in the finals? That's what I'm saying. If it was about age and attrition, that was when it would have really dipped. He stepped it up.
Yeah.
That's all.
Right, but what I'm saying is to get to a championship level, they're going to have to win enough games in the regular season.
Well, the brand of ball they play, Stoney, that doesn't concern me. Now, if you end up being right and we go to, we were watching games and Fitz is on the call and Steph out, Dre out. I want to, and I know you said, it ain't going to happen like that. It'll just be, it won't be the career 31 minutes a game. Again, they're smarter than everybody, man, and they got a great coach leading them.
888-957-9570 is the number. Do you have a scenario out there? Do the Warriors have to win it? That's the bottom line. Do they have to win it for it to be a successful year? I mean, I feel like they do because that's the standard they set.
Yeah.
And I don't.
Now, hold on. Can I ask you a quick question? Before you said I don't care. The standard, because the year before they won it last year, they got bounced in the playing game against Memphis.
But isn't that the year they didn't have Clay?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, if they don't have Clay, they're not going to win it. I mean, so we're assuming health here, right?
Yeah. So the standard remains the same.
Nobody's beaten this core.
Okay.
Nobody's beaten this core in an NBA final.
I was going to say Toronto.
So
you're right.
If somebody beats this core,
nah. All right.
Like I'm not saying the 40.
Well, LeBron beat the core 3-1 when they came back. Yeah.
Nobody's ended it though.
Yeah,
still got to be ended.
That's no doubt.
Let's go to Robert. Robert's in Dublin. Hey, Robert, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's happening, fellas?
Hey.
Man, real quick, man, I'm about to go through the gate. I'm working on Camp Parks today, so I'm about to go through the gate. Give me 1 second. But anyways, hey, fellas, no one can hang with us. I got him on the phone.
All right. Thanks, Robert.
But he was honest. Get that chicken. You don't know what it's like making a call to a radio station in a closet. Where's Daryl at? The bathroom. Hey, Pete. Dude, I got caught a few times. Written up. Yeah.
All right. You know what? He gets the little T. We'll do that. Ross Tucker coming up at 1:30. Odyssey's NFL Insider. We're going to talk about the San Francisco 49ers at 1:30. Got to get into this Kittle quote.
Man.
Not surprisingly, Kyle Shanahan with I don't agree at all.
Yeah.
Las Vegas has the NBA is the most wide open it's been in a long, long time. Said one of 6 teams could win it.
What do you feel that way? I got Milwaukee, Boston, Philly, Clippers, Warriors. Damn, I might have. And I just ain't counting out the Lakers. Yeah, I got Warriors.
Denver.
God, I didn't put them in there for Michael, but they're all back. They're healthy. We'll see them Friday. That's 7.
I'm not. You know what?
Miami, 8.
I'm not putting this.
Minnesota, your boy.
By the way, the 5-3-0.
That's
Did you see this?
No, yeah. I'm focused on you today. And you've been acting different since you got love from and it's a good different from Bob yesterday.
5-3-0. Are we really going to let Guru get away with saying that Minnesota might be the most talented team in the league?
Well, they're athletic. That's what I should have said. Athletic. Ant-Man, Cat,
He's
and Gobert. Dude, the NBA. Who's your NBA? Remember you and JD used to do this? Who's your NBA your league pass team? It was Atlanta.
I don't know. They haven't played any games yet.
But who you excited about with the... mine's Boston with Brogdon.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I like Malcolm Brogdon too, but he's kind of the opposite of exciting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like an Andre Miller.
Dude, I love Dre Miller, though, Stoney.
Why? He didn't have hops. I'm surprised.
And that's why he played him under John Stockton. Well, I'm down on him.
Who?
John. It's politics.
Oh, well.
I can't separate.
Yeah. So you think you got the Warriors winning it? Or no, you don't? No, you have the Warriors winning it. But if they don't win it, it won't be disappointing.
I just that's spoiled.
I know.
Well, who's not going to be disappointed if you get in the finals and lose?
Well,
but I feel like you think that the future, especially, I don't want to paraphrase, speak for you. Mm-hmm. If Dre were to leave, that this thing is kind of, it's over. Hell, to me, this thing is all on and popping. I got 4 dudes, young dudes, if they pop off, they could keep it going. And you got Steph, who ain't showing no signs of age.
That's not true.
Give me
It's not true. And that's what I don't think people are.
Give it to me.
Draymond's declining.
That I
Clay's
get. Okay.
in limbo, and Steph has got to pay the piper at some point.
Right. So does LeBron.
So, no, don't you understand? They're different. LeBron's a football player. Steph's strong, and he's gotten a lot stronger.
Right.
But, okay, you know what? Yeah, if Steph Curry plays at a high level, if he plays like he did last year for the next 5 years, Warriors are going to be pretty good for the next 5 years. You think he's going to do that? 5 years. 5.
No, all I need is I'm asking for 3.
I think that's asking for a lot.
I'm a dumb this down. I'm going guru in the garage. Has Steph Curry gotten slower to you? Not to me. And I would say if he did, that's what I'm looking for. He has not, like, whatever he's doing in the Brandon Payne stuff, and we told him Alfred and Batman, I don't see that slippage. That's when I'll get concerned, Steiny. Number-wise, you're right. The shooting was, and we'll watch, but if you're telling me you can have that season and then go in the booth and go up in the offs and get MVP, NBA Finals, I'll take that all day. And then if you do slip, but you're so smart, you can still do, like LeBron, he ain't what he was, but it's good enough. That's what I'm talking about.